Okay, Juan, Jacob here. Wanted to go through a couple of things that we found kind of when pulling some of the data from the website to see how well you're doing in the overall search results and how people are finding you to come into your website. So basically, over the last year and a half, we're kind of about the same as far as the amount of people that are finding us through Google search results, and we get a couple of people every day, about a handful, half a dozen or so a day coming into your website from searches that they perform on Google. So right now we have a few different search phrases, and I'll show you a bunch of the different search phrases and how well you rank for those in just a second. But the main ones that are easy, that we should definitely be already ranking for, are words like tile installation, Phoenix. So I should probably spell it right. There it is. Okay, so on this one, this particular keyword, you are, I think, roughly on the third page for this one. So if you look, and this is the first page of results, you'll see that there's, like your website isn't here. It's not on this page, and you'll see most of your competitors here. And then as we approach the third page, you'll see like you're right here about to be on the second page. You're about 2 spots away from being on the second page of that. So the other search phrase, if we do flooring installation Phoenix, this is another phrase that we wanted to have you better, ranked for already at this point. And obviously you want to be kind of like right around here where AZ carpet and tile installation is on this one, or even AZ classic floors on this page here. So again, this is, I think I'm searching for Mesa right now. See my computer, if you look down here, it shows that I'm making my search from Mesa. But if I was in Phoenix, your listing I think would be right here on the bottom of the second page. But since I'm in Mesa, it's like 1 or 2 more positions below. So you actually, here you are on the third page, Gonzalez Flooring and Son, AZ Flooring Installation Company. If I click this, it'll take me to your website. So again, this search phrase, flooring installation Phoenix, this one has about, I think, like 50 searches a month, roughly, right in Phoenix. And then, outside of the other, metro area, Phoenix Metro, Tempe, Mesa, and that there's probably some more, but just in Phoenix alone, it's about 40, which isn't a lot. But the phrase that we typed in at first, tile installation Phoenix, so basically this phrase here, right here, this phrase has, people do this search about 100 times or more in Phoenix, and then about 250 times outside of Phoenix, and that's per month. So those are some words that we should be ranking for. That's not too hard. That if we can see an extra 50, 60, 70 people a month come into our website just from those 2 key phrases alone by being on the first page, that would be the ideal situation. So here, let me show you where you rank for a bunch of the different keywords and how those searches, how many people are doing those searches. So this is a list of the keyword over here in column A. So if you look column A here, this is the keyword phrase. In other words, this is what somebody would be typing into Google. And then it shows you how well your website, and this is all data just for your website, so it shows how well your website comes up in the result when somebody would type this in. So for example, let's pick one of these popular. So number 11 here, if we look at field 11, it's carpet installation Phoenix. Okay, so if you go to Google and you're in Phoenix and you type in carpet installation Phoenix, then your website's going to come up the link is going to be for your carpet page on your website, and it's going to come up about the 17th position. So the position is how many pages are going to be ahead of your page. So you'll be about the 17th page, and each Google page holds about 8 or 9 results. So essentially, if your rank is 17, then that basically means that you're right on the bottom of the second page for that phrase. So this is another keyword phrase, carpet installation Phoenix, that you should be on the first page for. That is not going to be super competitive to get there. There's 2 or 3 companies, your competition, most of them are actual flooring companies that have like a showroom and they also install. So those are a little bit tricky to beat out, but that should be a phrase that we can rank you for on the first page to bring in more traffic. And you can see here that there's about, if you look on this column F, this is a real generic idea of about how many people in Phoenix are doing this search, in this case carpet installation Phoenix. So about 110 people every month inside Phoenix on their computer that shows that they're in Phoenix Google carpet installation Phoenix, okay, where again you come up in the 17th position, which if you do the math, the first page of Google is like 1 through 8, the second page is like 9 through 16 or 17, so you're like at the bottom of the second page of Google for carpet installation. So if we can boost up, you know, some of that to bring you in to where, you know, 110 people a month are seeing your website in the search result, you figure you can get, you know, the idea is to get at least half of that traffic, or at least you know, a little under or over 1/4 of that traffic into your website from that particular search. So you can see down here, as we go down the list, you know, you're ranking further down on the position as we go further down this list. So that means that now anything below you figure 18 or so, so anything from this number 13 down to roughly, let's say, let's say down to like 25-ish. So this is all about like third page stuff. So these keyword phrases right here is all third page. So again, these are phrases that get, you know, between all of them probably maybe 200 searches, 300 searches a month for all of these keywords that you're ranked for on the third page. And so again, these are the ones that you would like to see improved, where it won't be too hard to bring them from, you know, third to second, and most of them to the first page. So let's, for a second, let me explain to you a little bit about your competition and how they're doing to get above you, and why maybe, you know, necessarily you're not a little bit higher. So the way that Google works is the number one way that they basically improve your rankings through the search results is by how many other websites link back to your website. So they're basically like votes, essentially. The more popular your website is, the more popular Google considers it, based on how many other websites are pointing back to your website. So what I did is I did the search here, like tile installation Phoenix, and then I went through and I pulled some of these websites that are in front of yours. So like I pulled, let's see, what are some of the sites that we pulled out? So like AZ Classic Floors, I pulled those guys just to kind of research them to find out, you know, why they're ranking the way that they are. And I'm back to the first page of results, and I pulled I think Jose Diaz tile. I pulled Tile Installation Phoenix, some of the first page guys. And so when I pulled these guys, basically I did it so that we can look over their data, and I'm going to show it to you here, right here. So these are guys that like were on the second or third page, and it shows here kind of how many backlinks they have. In other words, how many links they have coming into the website from any other websites across the web, and also how strong the URL is. So in this case we're looking at Urban Customs AZ, and that URL, in other words, that domain name, URL is another word for domain name. So the domain name Urban Custom AZ, they consider it like 10 out of 100 here, which is not very strong, 100 being the best, okay, with about 114 backlinks. So I'm just going to kind of keep, and actually, you know what, at the same time I'm going to pull up how well your website is ranking here. Okay, so this is, okay, this shows, okay, over here on my right, I just split the screen up between the results I already pulled up before I made the video of about 6 competitors on the left, and then I got your results on the right. So I'm looking here at, on the right side, your backlinks, however many, you know, people or websites are linking back to GonzalezFlooringAZ.com, is about 651, which is pretty darn good considering, you know, most of that stuff is just from things we've done over the past years of just, you know, getting little directories, you know, submitted to you, yellow pages, Better Business, all that kind of stuff. So of those 651 backlinks, this referring domains just shows you how many websites that's comprised of. So, you know, like for example, the Better Business Bureau counts as one referring domain, and they probably have about 10 to 15 links on their website coming back to you. So that's why the backlinks is going to be bigger than the amount of referring domains or websites. So you could just say referring websites instead of referring domains. It's the same thing. So anyways, remember I was telling you the more links that you have coming into your website, the more popular that Google thinks you are. That's essentially how it works. So let's look really quick and just compare apples to apples. How many links you have compared to how many links the guys that are ranking in front of you for specifically, I think, like Flooring Installation Phoenix and Tile Flooring and that kind of thing. So as we go down this list, we see that, you know, the guys that are right there with you on like the third page, that's this guy as well. He's got about 84 backlinks, not very many. AZ Pool Pro Floors, 360 backlinks. And now we start getting into the guys that are in the second page. Okay, so this guy here, Royal Wood Flooring, he's got about 1,000 backlinks. Okay, so he's got quite a few links coming into his site. He's got quite a few organic keywords, about the same amount as you. So he's got 374. You have 333. And the organic keywords is basically how many different phrases does your website show up in search results for, but that could be anywhere from the first page to the 30th page. So that's kind of a generic number. It just shows how much overall visibility your website will have for different searches. Okay, so I'm going down here to the next website. That this is probably on the top of the second page. He's got quite a few backlinks, about 16,000 backlinks. Okay, so this guy granite countertop, cabinet flooring. So this is superior stone and cabinet. These guys are pretty big time. You can see that they're going to be a little hard to grow your popularity more than them. They rank for about 3,000 keyword phrases. So there's probably not a chance that we're going to bump these guys from their ranking. Okay, so they're likely a company that sells flooring, and so they have their website is a complete monster with a bunch of different inventory and a lot of different keywords, and so these guys are pretty solid where they're at. Okay, so I'm just going down and looking at some more. These are some guys that are on the first page. Okay, AZ Wood is right around the first page, and they have about 500 links coming into their site. Okay, and then carpet and tile installation has about 684, very similar to yours. Okay, and these guys are like the first page. Okay, so here's you. This is actually the same thing on the right side of my screen. This is just a copy of it. So I'm going to go back up here. So what's the difference then? If you have links that are similar to this guy, let's say AZ Carpet and Tile Installation, who's on the first page, you have about the same amount of links. Well, now it comes down to the quality of the links. So one of the issues that you have is that a lot of the links that you have are not very good quality. In other words, they're links that are from little random directories that only exist because other websites want a place to get links coming into their website, and there's no real value to those websites. So those websites that are linking to you just don't have a lot of authority as Google sees it. So that's why you can see that if you look here on the right side under UR, which is for your strength of your URL, the strength of your domain, we can see that your URL rating, in other words your domain rating, GonzalezFlooringAZ.com, isn't very strong. And it's not because you don't have a lot of backlinks, because you do, you have a lot, but they're just not very good quality. And that's why the strength of your URL is so low. So to fix this problem, you could easily fix this problem by getting more quality backlinks, more quality links from other websites coming into your website. So if we compare your URL, your domain authority to, let's say for example, this company, AZ Carpet and Tile Installation, who ranks on the first page for words like Tile Installation Phoenix and Flooring Installation Phoenix, you can see that his URL rating is 27. So remember, this is 27 out of 100, 100 being the best. Okay, so if we compare the results here, there's not a lot of difference except for the URL rating. So by improving the quality of your links, by getting new links that are from other websites that have a lot of authority, that have a lot of weight, that's going to improve pretty much instantly your ranking almost overnight. And then from there it'll just be kind of like an ongoing way to nurture that continued improvement. So here again you see another competitor that's on the first page. His backlinks are actually less than yours. So he has 543 backlinks, about 122 websites referring to him. So he's got a few more websites coming into him, about like 10 more or so. But the main difference, again, his URL domain authority, his rating is 30 while yours is 5. Okay, so that's going to be the difference between why he ranks higher than you in some of these local searches. Again, we're seeing the same thing across the board. This is that company with the massive amount of links that we're not really looking at because they're not really in our league. But this guy's in our league. Okay, 24 rating on his URL. Okay, so you see the thing in common. So AZ All Pro Floors is about in the same place as we are. That's why they rank fairly close to us, like on the second and third page. Okay, and these are all second and third page guys. So you see the difference in these guys is mostly their backlinks. But even this guy here with a decent amount of backlinks and a decent amount of referring domains, his URL rating is only 9, and so that's what's putting him there kind of with us, like on that second and third page. So these are the problems, but the positive thing is that your domain has been around for quite a while. So in other words, you have some authority with Google because you do have a domain name that has been established, and the website itself where the domain sits, we have quite a few website pages that are designed around specific niche keywords, and so that makes it easy for us to focus on ranking you for those particular phrases and keywords. And so you'll see what I mean by, like, if you just look here and we look at for example, carpet installation Phoenix, where we talked about your ranking in the 17th position. This is the same example from earlier, where there's about 110 searches each month in Phoenix for this. You'll see that the page that comes up in this search result, like if you did it right now and you type in carpet installation Phoenix, you're about 17 or 18 down. But you'll see that the page comes up that you click on is not the home page, GonzalezFlooringAZ.com. It's actually the page that we built for carpet installation. So if you click on that link in the search result, it takes you to GonzalezFlooringAZ.com/carpet installation Phoenix, which is your carpet installation page. And that page is what's helping your ranking for that particular keyword phrase, which does serve some value. So in other words, if we focus over the next couple of months on improving for overall keywords that have to do with carpet, we're likely going to do a lot of the work on this particular carpet installation Phoenix page, which is, I'll show it to you right now. So it's going to be the page that we built a few months back. So if you go here to services and then we click carpet installation, this is the page, and you'll see that this URL matches the URL in the report. In other words, the domain carpet installation Phoenix. You'll look back here, yep, and you see it's this page right here, carpet installation Phoenix. Those are the same pages. So this is the page that we would work on and that we would focus some links on to get more people in for carpet installation, for them to fill out this form or to click the contact page and to call your phone number right here. Okay, so so these are some of the things we want to do. Also, in order to improve, to get better links, you know, we need to do some reaching out to other websites that have authority within your niche and get them to link back to our website. We want to keep producing content. In other words, keep producing text content, like from the stuff in the news section that we've done over the years, or over the last, I guess, yeah, last year was the last time we did anything. And then just keep focusing on where you're ranking for different keyword phrases and how that ranking is changing every month, if it's improving, if it's going down. Just kind of tracking those things. So I hope you were able to spend the time to watch through this video and were able to understand a little bit about the rankings. I'll send you also in the email right now, I'll send you a copy of this ranking so you can see a little bit more detail on some of the keywords that you have a chance to rank for. And then also, real quick, before I end this, if you look at the volume, there's keywords down here that we can work on over time that have a lot of search volume. So all these keywords that you don't really rank for, in other words, you're like so far down on the ranking that nobody's ever going to find you. These are all position 82 and greater. So that's like, you know, pretty far down. If you figure your 82s are like 10th, 11th page or more. But you can see the volume in column F the volume. If you look in column F there, you can see those are about how many searches are conducted for these phrases each month in Phoenix alone. So, you know, these are words that we certainly want to focus on, but these would be more long-term goals, you know. And the idea is, hey, if you can start getting some of these keyword phrases to rank and getting a lot of these calls in, that you would be, you know, quickly reaching your goals of taking on more projects, getting more, you know, more guys, building the crew, and being able to pick and choose the type of projects that you want to take on to be a little bit more elite and to not have to deal with so much of the small time contracting installations. Okay, very good. So I'll send this over to you, and then let's talk today's. So let's talk maybe tomorrow or Monday, okay, after you had a chance to review this. Okay, thanks a lot.